9S.
Commander.
I'm sorry. You're needed back at command.
Understood.
Hello everybody, I'm Brainy Diode and I am back with another episode of Nier Automata. Last time, we hacked into the factory to help 2B escape, and this time we're going to see what the commander has for us, and then hopefully head back down to the surface so we can help 2B protect the resistance.
You left quite a trail when you accessed the main server.
That's what I wanted to speak with you about, Commander. I found records stating that the Council of Humanity was established as part of Project Yorha, but I'd always heard it was the other way around. So did Yorha actually create the Council of Humanity?
Yes. We installed the Council of Humanity's server on the surface of the moon.
But that means...
Mankind no longer exists. In truth, humans never went to the moon at all. Any transmissions received from the moon are just dummy signals we set up in advance. The only thing there is a small bit of data relating to the human genome.
But why would you...
Humans were already extinct when the aliens attacked. All the details are stored on this memory chip. If you want to look at it, I won't stop you.
Ooh, that's quite a twist for us to be starting this episode out on.
Wait, you're just giving me this? But why?
No one fights without a reason. And we need a god worth dying for. What path will you take? It's up to you to decide.
Why? Why did you have to die? It's not fair! My only brother. Damn them! I'll kill them! I swear I'll kill them all!
The human race is... gone.
Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and take a look at that file that the commander gave us. Should be under Intel. Project Yorha is a comprehensive information project intended to enhance android morale. This entry details the circumstances that led to its proposal, as well as information related to operations conducted during its individual phases. Note that this document is marked with Level S confidentiality and should not be disclosed to any Yorha personnel, save for the commander. Human extinction. Following the collapse of Project Gestalt around 3400 CE, the remaining androids searched for a way to revive humanity, but they were unable to discover an answer, and humans went extinct by roughly 4200 CE. Afterwards, the genes of Gestalt and structural information of the remaining replicants were recorded and sent to a storage facility on the moon. Loss of android morale. The news of humanity's extinction was meant to be a closely guarded secret, but rumors of the event eventually began to leak out. Having lost the one thing which they were programmed to protect, android morale began a precipitous decline. Concerned by this turn of events, Command designed Project Yorha as a means to lift android spirits. Project 0103, Lunar Server. The first stage of the project was spreading the word amongst resistance groups that humanity was not, in fact, extinct, and that the last remaining remnants had managed to escape to the moon. This deception was supported by installing a communication server on the lunar surface to send regular transmissions. Said server was designed to be manned by as few maintenance personnel as possible. Project 0201. Establishment of the Yorha Squadron. Through the dramatic alteration of the next generational combat unit project that had been proposed at the time, new Yorha models began to be manufactured. Officials' models were created following the implementation of data acquired from an experimental squadron, and were then deployed to all regions. Certain members of the Yorha operations staff, however, were informed of the full scope of the project. These units were tasked to operate and protect the server on the moon. Looks like we have a couple other files that we haven't taken a look at. Actually, these are just the files we got from the factory, so this is probably just the stuff we saw. Yeah, this is just the stuff that we saw when we hacked into the server a couple episodes ago. Well,
How do I tell 2B?
Emergency protocol, code F2. All Yorha members are to report to combat stations immediately. Repeat, emergency protocol, code F2. All Yorha members are to report to combat stations immediately.
Combat stations? I better get a move on.
well, however we're gonna let 2B know, it's gonna have to wait.
Mission orders received. Rendezvous with and support Unit 2B near the resistance camp.
Any details?
Large numbers of machine life forms are rampaging through the city ruins.
What? How? They're supposed to be weakened.
Cause unknown. Goliath-class enemies also confirmed. Immediate action advised.
Contact from command. Alert status raised to level 4. Repeat, alert status raised to level 4. All units currently under maintenance must be put into logical state as soon as possible.
You okay?
Alert. All communications are currently being jammed.
We better hurry.
Alright, so this cutscene brings into question where this game actually takes place. Because it's my understanding that some of the locations in the game actually resemble locations in modern-day Japan. Additionally, if I remember correctly, the ocean next to the flooded city, I literally could not see the thing that I just crashed into. Really, game? Alright, so it looks like I still have my chips and didn't lose them during the factory attack. That's good. So additionally, I believe, if I remember correctly, the game also specifies that the ocean bordering the flooded city is the Pacific Ocean. However, that cutscene just there really made it look like we were flying towards Greenland, and Greenland does not have any Pacific shores. So that's just a little detail that just makes it slightly confusing. I suppose you could make the argument that the cloudy place we were flying over there was North America, and we were flying from North America to Japan. But given the fact that we can see buildings going beneath us and everything's...
Sighted.
Where's 2B?
2B's black box signal detected nearby. She is likely engaged in combat.
everything's not just an enormous blur, it doesn't seem particularly likely that we would be able to cross all of North America and all of the Pacific Ocean to get to Japan.
Landed that direct hit. Uh-oh.
You'll die. All of you are going to die.
You okay?
I'm fine. Let's take this bastard
It doesn't
down.
seem
Right.
It doesn't seem particularly likely to me that we would be able to cross all of North America and all of the Pacific Ocean to get to Japan in the time that was shown in that cutscene. Because remember, the Pacific Ocean is really big. So it just... I guess the developers just weren't really paying that close attention to what they were doing there. I hesitate because so much of this game seems very deliberate. I hesitate to just call that specifically a mistake, but given all of the other evidence supporting this game taking place in Japan, I don't really see what else it could be. If anybody else has any insight on what the case may be, I would appreciate you sharing it with me in the comments. Maybe I will address that in a later episode. Now that I'm doing 2 episodes a week, it's going to be less time between when I record episodes and when I upload them, so hopefully I would be able to see a message relating to that before I reach the end of this series. I'm not going to be done recording the series by the time this episode goes up. I can assure you 100% of that. Anyway, all of that is an entirely too long and complicated way of saying, if you have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, so, like usual, I'm not doing the greatest job of hacking that I've ever done in this episode. Also, while I'm in the middle of this fight, and it's a fight we've already seen, so there's not really that much new to talk about, I guess I can continue the drip feed of information about the original Nier that I started, well, a while ago in the series, but I continued in the last episode. So, as the cutscene and the commander just explained to us, Project Gestalt did fail. Humanity's attempts to save itself from the White Chlorination Syndrome were unsuccessful, and humanity is extinct as of the end of this game. Furthermore, later in the game, it is heavily implied that humanity's extinction is an indirect result, or I'm not sure I would say it's a direct result, but it's certainly an indirect result of the events of the original Nier. But what those events are, I am going to save for a future episode, because we do get some suggestions as to what those events are later on in Route C.
They're still coming? What do we do? There's too many.
2B? 2B, can you hear me? Our village is under...
Pascal? Come in, Pascal!
Shit.
So hopefully by now you can get what I was saying before about how a knowledge of the plot of the original Nier isn't really necessary for this game, at least not as of now. In Route C, the events of the original Nier will start to play an even bigger role than they already have. But still, to understand the plot of this game specifically, knowledge of the events of the original Nier is not strictly necessary, but it is a nice supplement to what goes on in this game.
Damn it! They're here too!
It seems the machines on the network have gone berserk. They sealed off the entrance to the village and are trying...
Yeah, Pascal, we're doing our best right now. We're doing our best here. It's a little bit obnoxious that cutscenes, or not cutscenes, but dialogue can just cut off when you go into hacking
With
segments.
these weapons, there's only so much we can do.
Let's take these guys out first.
Ow. Yeah, during hacking segments, the dialogue will cut off, and when it comes back, it's not necessarily at the same place it was last time. Now, obviously, this isn't really an issue during Route A, when you're playing as 2B, who does not have these hacking capabilities. There's really no need to worry about the hacking cutting off the dialogue the way we have to worry about it now, but if you don't necessarily remember all of the dialogue that happens during Route A, it's pretty easy to get mixed up. Furthermore, we're going to be playing a lot more as 9S during Route C, and I hope this is not too much of a spoiler to say that Route C is not a repeat of anything we've seen before. All of Route C is new stuff. New story. So the story does continue on past Eve's defeat here. Where was I going with that? I definitely had something I meant to... That was definitely a lead up to something, but I've forgotten what it was. Right, I remember now. In Route C, everything that you're seeing is new, and also you play as 9S a lot in Route C. So there can be some issues with dialogue getting cut off in Route C that is dialogue you definitely wouldn't have heard before. And it's easy to get mixed up because you're just gonna lose part of the dialogue, most likely, which is a little bit frustrating. It's really not the worst thing in the world, because most of the dialogue happening outside of cutscenes just repeats or reinforces information we already know. Really, it fell up there. I can't even reach it up there. I can't even reach it with my hacking. That's frustrating. What am I hacking into right now? Oh, right, you can burrow underground. I forgot about that bit. Can I target it though, please? Right, this is the configuration that I'm really not good at. I say as I'm actually doing decently. Ooh, right, yes, okay, I can handle this. I'm really actually not doing too bad. I mean, one more hit will kill me, but I did it that time. Wow, I'm impressed with myself. Gotta give myself a little hand there. So did I finish my previous thought? I'm fairly certain I did. If I didn't, I'm sure that I got far enough that you'll be able to get the general gist of what I was saying. But, hey, at least now I've revealed for certain that if you were starting to get bored seeing the same stuff again in Route B that we already saw in Route A, fear not, Route C is all new story. And I talked about the role that knowledge of the original Nier plays in understanding Route C, and all that is working under the assumption that you can actually understand Route C at all, which is no small feat, let me tell you. Route C gets really confusing at times, so I apologize in advance for that. But pretty soon you won't need me to tell you that. You will be able to see that well enough on your own.
You saved us! Oh, thank you so much!
What happened here?
The machines on the network all went berserk at the same moment. I think the unit presiding over them may have gone mad.
It's Eve. It's gotta be.
If we destroy this presiding unit, will it stop the...
If we destroy this presiding unit, will it stop the I sure hope it will. I sure do hope it will stop the roof.
Most likely, yes.
Pod, I need you to locate Eve's current position.
Cool, it will stop the Earth.
We'll take care of Eve.
You just worry about keeping the village safe, okay?
Alright, so
Do be careful.
what I was saying before is that if you thought that the twist of all of the aliens being dead was crazy, if you thought the twist of humanity being extinct was crazy, whew, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Brother.
What is this?
Looks like he's bombarding the area with forced connections. I think all these transmissions are making the machines go haywire. We have to find Eve and destroy him.
On it.
But the craziness of Route C will be saved for another day, because right now I think I'm going to end the episode off here. Next time, we're going to go battle Adam. We already battled Adam. Man, why do I keep getting these two mixed up? Dang it. It's ruining all my dramatic moments, dang it. Let's try that again, shall we? Next time, we're going to go battle Eve again. And bring an end to Route B. I will see you then.